Hank Williams Jr. is a popular country singer, and his youngest son, Sam Williams, is currently in a conservatorship against his will. Before we get into this story, I do want to acknowledge that Sam has made a public statement declaring that he doesn't want the public to talk about his conservatorship case. When reading Sam's statement, it definitely took me back and it reminded me of Britney Spears' conservatorship. Even though he acknowledges that his situation isn't as horrific as Britney's has been, you guys may remember that Britney was held against her will in a medical facility and she was forced to post a video on social media claiming that everything was all right.
Hi guys, just checking in with all of you who are concerned about me. All is well. My family has been going through a lot of stress and anxiety lately, so I just needed time to deal. But don't worry, I'll be back very soon.
I'm sure Britney's family was experiencing a lot of stress and anxiety because they had her in this conservatorship against her will, and ultimately they were caught. So it's convenient for Hank Williams Jr. that his son has put out a statement declaring that he doesn't want anyone focusing on his case. Let's start off by talking about this video that Sam posted on social media. He has since deleted this video, but TMZ has a copy, and that's where I pulled it from. There isn't any sound in this video, so I'm just going to read the pieces of paper that he puts up and we're going to see what he has to say. So again, there isn't any audio in this video, but he holds up a piece of paper and he says, "I am under," which I don't know why he didn't speak in this video and wrote it all out, but I am under a conservatorship, underlined. And a lot of people are now learning what conservatorships are because of Britney's case. And to keep in mind, he's only 25 years old. My father, my half-sister, and a lawyer, which it's interesting that his half-sister is involved in this situation, but they all put him in a conservatorship abruptly in August 2020. And then he goes on to share 55 days after my sister's tragic death. His sister passed away in a car accident, and it really did affect Sam, and he was put into this conservatorship. And it looks like he's kind of like, I don't know if he's checking around. What's he? It's interesting because did he not want anyone to hear him? I want out. Can't deny that. So that was Sam's entire video, and it's really cryptic to see him holding up the pieces of paper because it makes me think that he couldn't vocalize it because he didn't want whoever around to hear that he's been saying this stuff. And as someone who's like very close to him in age, I could not imagine having my constitutional rights stripped from me. There's something sus here. And that last clip where he holds up the piece of paper that says, "I want out," tells me everything I need to know. So Sam was put into this conservatorship 18 months ago, and it happened shortly after his 27-year-old sister, Katie, was tragically killed in a car accident. And according to court documents that TMZ has, it looks like this was a petition for an emergency conservatorship, which again sounds a lot like Britney because, I mean, at this point, I don't even know if Sam was notified that he was going to be put into a conservatorship. They did the whole emergency process and just put him in it. The Daily Mail claims that Katie's death had a huge impact on Sam, who had difficulty working on his first album because of this passing. I mean, it makes sense to me if you have a loved one who just died in your life, like it's kind of hard to get over that, but he was working on collaborations with Dolly Parton and Keith Urban, and he was headed towards the country music star direction, and he still is, which is interesting because this man can go and film a video, you know, work, do all of that, yet he's put in a conservatorship for what reason? He said, "I definitely broke and went through a really, really, really hard time. I'm still climbing out of it. But it's the still climbing part that is most important. That will always be a big part of my story." I find it interesting that Sam shares that it wasn't just his father Hank who put him in this conservatorship, but also his half-sister Holly. And there's got to be some financial reason why they did this. Whether Sam was going to have access to some type of trust or some type of money, there's no like legitimate reason for him to be in a conservatorship unless Hank or Holly were going to get something from this. I actually know someone who's in a conservatorship because my ex-boyfriend, his brother was like 21, got into a tragic accident like last year, I believe, and he was shot in the head. He, lost a lot of his abilities to do things, and he ultimately was put into a conservatorship. And as a young 20-year-old man, like, it makes sense to me that he's in that situation because he literally cannot take care of himself. But Sam is over here performing, making albums, making YouTube videos, tweeting and everything. He's more than capable. So what is the reason why he would be in this conservatorship? And if it was so okay and it was all right, then why would he be making videos pleading that he wants out of it? There's something up with this half-sister, though, because it doesn't make sense to me why she would be involved in this situation unless Hank needed another person to give him more leverage and more power to ultimately put Sam in the conservatorship. It really doesn't add up. And actually, TMZ did reach out to Hank and Holly's attorneys multiple times, but they haven't gotten any response. And I'm sure because they're probably over here, trying to clean up this mess because they're getting exposed. They have made, Sam go and make this statement on Twitter. Or at least if they didn't make him, they've said something to change his perspective of everything, and it could be threatening. You guys already know that Britney Spears spoke to the court and told them that she went through all of this crap under this conservatorship, was forced into facilities against her will. We know that she wasn't posting some things on socials because they were trying to clean up their mess by using her Instagram page. And it's all really scary because I would like to believe that Sam is happy and living his best life and he's okay with this conservatorship, but I already know he isn't. That video is enough proof. And I think there needs to be some type of investigation because like a 25-year-old should not be in this type of predicament where his father has full control over his life, especially when this man has his own career going for him. So ultimately, I am worried for Sam, and I'm going to be keeping my eye on this situation because there's something up here, and their whole cleanup effort after the video leaked is just all so scary. Like, what are their intentions? I would love to know what type of money that Sam would have access to that Hank and Holly may allegedly want for themselves. But here's my email if you guys have any other video ideas for me. I had so many people email me to talk about this situation. Let's go ahead and open this P.O. Box package item. It looks like it's from Amazon, so I don't know if it'll say like who it's actually from, but let's go ahead and see if there's a note or something. What is this? Premium plush blanket. Cute. Oh my gosh. I like need blankets because I'm in an Airbnb and I'm like, I don't have any blankets or anything, and the blankets here are not good. I don't see a note either. Ouch. Okay, here we go. Hi, Sloan. I know it's been a rough time lately. Remember the amazing person you are. Stay strong and it will get better in time. You're my favorite YouTuber and I appreciate all that you do, Gena. Oh, thank you, Gena. That is so sweet. And look at this blanket. Oh my gosh. I need to touch it. Oh my gosh. It is so soft. This is everything I need in my life right now. Thank you so much for this little gift. That's so sweet and I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in a new video soon. Bye, guys.